Hi students, welcome to the channel, and today the intention of making this video is to make a small suggestions for your pre-boards, that is your pre-ICSE exam. And I'll take few specific chapters and specific sums from there, so that after watching this video at least you can uh, get a good score in your pre-boards, because these questions which I'm going to discuss today are usually always there in the question paper. May not I mean that the questions may not be exactly same, but you can see that these questions which I'm discussing, uh, more means more likely these kind of questions are always there in the question paper. Okay, so I'll take up few specific chapters because I cannot complete all the chapters in one video, but I can give a quick go uh, through all these chapters. Okay, so let us start and quickly finish it. Okay, so even the time which I'm recording is now 12:15. It's quite late, but still I need to do something for you. Okay, so 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 thank you for watching, and please continue till the end. Okay, don't skip, because it will not make you any good for you. So please go through all the sums which I'm discussing now. Okay, thank you. So let me start. So the first question which I'm taking is from proportion chapter, that is ratio proportion. Okay, so there you have a sum which is called component and dividend, and you will see that at least one sum is there in the question paper related to this component to dividend. So I'll explain one such sum which will make you clear about this concept. Okay, so I'll start. I'll write this as ratio and proportion. Proportion. So the topic which I'm going to cover in this chapter is component and dividend. So I'll make two topics from this. One is component and dividend, and the other one is uh, K kind of sum. Okay, K. When we say assumption as K, so this kind of sum. So we'll see what is this K kind sum. Okay. So first I'll discuss component and dividend. So let me start. I'll take a one question, that is, so x is equal to root under a plus 1 plus root under a minus 1 whole divided by root under a plus 1 by a minus 1. So, so roughly I'll explain what is first component and dividend. If we have a by b is equal to some x by y, so what we do here is we take this b upside as plus, and then again we write this as a minus b. Here also we write the same, x plus y by x minus y. So this is what the component to dividend is. Okay, so by using this property we'll try to make some proof. Okay, so let us start. So if I write here by component and dividend, so in short we write component and dividend. So so you see that the denominator is actually 1 here, so we take x plus 1 as I said, and then x minus 1. Here this upside, the numerator part, is actually x and the denominator part is y. So again we need to take x plus y and x minus y. So I'll write x, this is the numerator, and then plus I'll write the denominator, and similarly I'll write the same, but the sign in between will be negative sign. Okay, so next after this you will see that some of the terms in the right hand side gets cancelled. So you see this part and this part will be cancelled, and when you open the bracket you notice that this part will be cancelled. So finally in the upside you have 2 times this root under a plus 1. You will have 2 times. See, this is one time and this is the other time. Okay, and similarly the downside also you will have this. Then you take 2 and cancel it. Now you have this. Okay, so the next is you do squaring. To remove this root, you do squaring on both sides. So when you take squaring, you get x plus 1 whole square plus, sorry, not plus, downside you will have x minus 1 whole square, and the right hand side becomes root free. Okay, when you do squaring, the root is no more. So then again if you apply componendo and dividendo, again if you apply componendo and dividendo, so then what you'll get, you get this and again this, and the right hand side you get x plus 1 plus sorry, a plus 1 by a plus 1 plus a minus 1 and a plus 1 minus a minus 1. So then you see whether some terms are getting cancelled or not. So you see the right hand side minus 1 and here plus 1 and plus 1. So next in the left hand part you get a formula that is, I'll write here, it is a plus b whole square plus a minus b whole square, uh, that is equal to 2 times a square plus b square. This is formula which I'm going to use in the numerator. And again if we have the sign in between is minus, okay, if the sign in between is minus, then you have 4ab. This is another formula. Okay, just difference is the sign in between is plus and then the sign in between is minus. Okay, so you can apply these two in the numerator and denominator part. So in the numerator 2 times x square plus 1, and then denominator what you have, 4ab. A is x and b is 1. The right hand side you see two a's are there, you can write 2a, and here 1 plus 1 you'll get 2. So next is you can cut here these 2's, and again here 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4. So what you have, x plus 1 by 2x equal to a. So if you cross this 2x, then you have 2ax, and if you bring to the left hand side, then you have this, and this is the proof that the question is asking to be proved. Okay, so we have proved this. It's simple. 2 times we have used componendo dividendo, and once we have done squaring because of the root. If there is no root in the question, you don't have to do any squaring. And for componendo dividendo, maybe one time, sometimes it is enough, or sometimes a question says that 2 times componendo dividendo. Okay, so this is one example which I have given. By using componendo and dividendo, we can prove a few uh, questions. Okay, so the next is what I said, the K method. So I'll pick one sum for that K method so that you will be able to see how to do this K kind of sum. Okay, so let me take a question. Yes, yes. Question 2. That is, if we have x by a, y by b equal to z by c, then prove uh, proof is x cube by a cube, y cube by b cube plus z cube by c cube, that is equal to 3xyz by abc. This is the question, and this actually came in 2016. So an important sum. Okay, so let me show this how to prove. Okay, so this k kind of sum are all similar sums. Okay, there is no difference. uh, every sum is similar kind. Okay, so if you understand this one, every question you can do from this k kind of sum. Okay, so whenever these you are given with some uh, fractions equal to some another fractions, then you can take these all fractions equal to k. So we say that each ratio is equal to some k. So hence I can write x by a is equal to k, that is the first ratio, and then the second ratio y by b, that is also equal to k, and the third ratio, that is also equal to k. So we have these three questions. So then you cross this a, you get ak, and then you cross this b, you get bk, and then you cross this c, you get ck. Okay, so we have these three. So now let us take the proof part. So left hand side. Okay, left hand side of the question. So left hand side is what? X cube by a cube plus y cube by b cube, and then z cube by c cube. So we'll put the values of all x, y, and z. X is ak and its whole cube. Then similarly, y means what? Bk, and that is whole cube. And then last one is ck whole cube. Okay. Then you separate the cubes. You get a cube, k cube, and then similarly b cube, k cube, and then the last one is c cube, k cube by c cube. So what you get is you cut these. Okay. So you are getting now k cube plus k cube plus k cube. If you add all these, you get 3k cube. Okay. Now I'll take the right hand part. Right hand part was x 3xyz by abc. This is the right hand side. So we have 3, and x means ak, y means bk, z means ck, and downside is abc. If you cut a, again if you cut b, and if you cut c, so what is left upside, that is 3, and 3 times you see k's are left, so that is in multiplication, so I can write k cube. So see, what we have shown is the left hand part, that is 3k cube, and the right hand part is also 3k cube. So I can write LHS is equal to RHS. Okay, these k kind of sums are very simple if you know how to put and how to do squaring, and sometimes you need to take LCM. Okay, so very simple question. So don't leave these questions, because these questions will make your score good. Okay, this nothing geometrical, so everything is algebraic. So no formulas are even required. Just we take out some values of x, y, z, and then we go and put. There is no formula involved in this question, k kind of sum. Okay, but if you go to component to dividendo, these two sums are usual. These two formulas are usually comes. These usually comes every time. Okay, so you need to by heart these two formulas. So quite easy. Okay, so if you do these two sums from ratio and proportion, so everything is done from your side. So no other question can come in the question paper. Okay, so we'll move to some other chapter now. So next is I'll take quadratic equation. Again, it is a scoring exercise, scoring chapter, where three questions usually may come. One is the significant figure by using the quadratic formula, or some decimal places by using quadratic formula. And the second one is when roots are equal. Okay, when roots are equal, that kind. And the third one is the word problem. Okay, three questions are there in this chapter. So I'll take uh, at least two, because I cannot discuss all at once, because I'm summing up everything in a short video. So okay, so the next one is I'll take when roots are equal. When roots are equal. Okay, so when roots are equal, this is from quadratic equation. Okay, quadratic equation. So when roots are equal, so let me tell you that whenever we have a quadratic equation like ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, what we have is, that is the quadratic formula, or we say Sridharacharya formula, that is minus b plus minus root under b square minus 4ac by 2a. This is the quadratic formula. Okay, so we in the question it says solve the quadratic equation. Then we can use this formula, which is called quadratic formula, and we can get the roots of the equation. But the question is, when roots are equal, you need to find some unknown which is present in the question. So whenever roots are equal, then this part which is written inside the root, that is equal to 0. V square minus 4ac is equal to 0 when roots are equal. So very important question I'm saying. This may come. Okay. Usually every year this question comes. So it's very guaranteed one. Okay. Don't leave this question. So let me take one, that is k plus 2 x square then minus kx plus 6 equal to 0. Okay. So we have this question with us. So the question is that we have a quadratic equation and we need to find out k, find k when roots are equal. Question is this: when roots are equal. Okay, so how to do this? So as just now I discussed that b square minus 4ac will be 0 whenever roots are equal. So we need to check what is a, what is b, what is c. You see that a is this one, that is k plus 2, and b is minus k. You see, this is b, and c is 6. So we got ABC, and since we have b square minus 4ac equal to 0, which we call this as discriminant. Okay, discriminant. So this is the name of this particular uh, expression. So that is b square is minus k whole square, and then minus 4. A is what? K plus 2, and c is what? 6. So this is k square. 4 into 6 is what? 24, and then you have k plus 2, and next is 24k, and if you multiply you get minus 48. Okay, so you need to do middle term here, and if you do middle term you get two values of k. Okay, I'll leave it here for this particular sum, because you can factorize. It's very simple. You just check 48 and factorize it. So you get 2 into 2 into 2, that is 8, and 8 2s are 16, 16 3s are 48. So now you check these and try to get 24. Okay, I'm leaving here for this particular part of the sum. I think it's easy, you can do. So the next one is we have a quadratic equation and then you need to find the roots. So only the heading is written like this: solve x square minus 7x plus 3 is equal to 0. And they means they ask like write your answers up to correct to two decimal places. Correct to two decimal places. Two decimal places. So So what is this question? So just now I've said that we have a quadratic formula. So we use that quadratic formula and we'll reach somewhere. So let me show that what is A here. A is 1 and what is B here? B is minus 7 and what is C? It's 3. Okay. So we got ABC and we have formula that is x is equal to minus b plus minus root under b square minus 4ac by 2a. Okay, so we put here that is a is equal to b is equal to minus 7 plus or minus root under minus 7 whole square minus 4a and c is 3, and then denominator is 2a and a is what? 1. A is 1, yes. So next you simplify, that is minus minus plus 7 and inside bracket you have 49 minus 12 and denominator you have 2. So 7 plus or minus root under you get 37. 37 by 2. Now the question is how to find out root for this 37. So in the exam hall you will be provided with a square root table and you can see into the table there. You'll get the value of 37. Okay, 37, 63, any number. Okay, so you will be getting a square root table. So no need to worry. So if I want to write here that what is the value of this, so it's mm, 6.08. If you look at the table you get this. Okay, so then you just add with this and then divide it by 2. So once you need to add and once you need to subtract, so you get two specific answers when you take addition and once you take subtraction. Okay, so after this you just divide and they're asking correct up to two decimal places, so you can see. Okay, so these two questions I have discussed in quadratic equation. One is the roots are equal and the second one is by using quadratic formula up to some decimal places. And one more, as I said, that word problem. So it's very vast, lot of word problems are there and every question has a different condition. So if I start, then it will be never ending. So I'll leave that portion for now as because I'm summing up everything in a short video. So, but you need to check the word problems. Okay. So next I'll move to matrices. So it's again a simple chapter. Okay, matrices. So it's something written in these brackets, either box bracket or you can call it square bracket and this bracket. So, so some numbers usually uh, you can see, because in our case there are no alphabets, but when you go to class 11, 12, a lot of alphabets comes and you need to solve in alphabets only. But in class 10 you have numericals and sometimes you have alphabets and they ask us to find the value of those alphabets. So it's quite simple. Okay, so if I write like this, so these are called what? Matrices. So matrices have some order. Okay, so order of a matrix. So how to find order? So we need to check how many rows are there and how many columns are there. Okay, first you write row, then a multiply symbol and then column. So for these questions you can say that the orders are what? 2 into 2. So again, if I write 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, you see there are two rows but columns 1, 2, 3. So in that case, if you want to express the order, you write 2 into 3. So because row 1, row 2, but C1, C2, C3, columns are 3. Okay, so this is what we say order of a matrix. Yes. So when you know the order, so you can do multiplication, you can do addition, you can do subtraction. Okay, so I'll pick at least one sum again because here a lot of sums are there, but all are very simple. If you know matrix multiplication, there is one question that comes matrix multiplication, and the other question like to find out some missing alphabets, missing numbers which is written in alphabet form. So two questions usually come in matrix. So I'll show one multiplication. Okay, how to multiply two matrices. So one question is there, that is 2 1 minus 3 4, and you have one x over here, and then you have 7 and 6, and the question is saying find x and also the order of x. So this comes for 3 to 4 mark question, but it's simple. So the first thing is we need to find the order of this x. So how to find order? So when you have two matrices like this and you are getting some other matrix after multiplying these two. Okay. So first you see what is the order of this one, first matrix, that is 2 into 2, isn't it? And what is the order of this outside matrix which is written outside the equal to sign? You have two rows but you have only one column. Okay. So that is you have 2 into 2 and then 2 into 1. So here the case is whatever is here, that is right side, this matrix will have the same one here, and then this and this becomes as a result 2 into 1. So definitely here it should be 1, and this is common. Okay, this is common, and this is the outside matrix. Okay, so once again I'll say that this number is equal to the next number which is here, means here the column is equal to here the row, and then here the row is equal to here the column, and that actually comes as a result. Okay, so finally we can say that this is 2 into 1 order. This x is of the order 2 into 1 because this is the result. 2 into 1 is here, and the inside one has to become common, otherwise you cannot multiply. Okay, so we need to assume that this x matrix contains uh, what is it, 2 into 1, so you have at least a and b. Okay, two elements inside this x matrix, that is you have two rows, you have only one column. Okay, 2 into 1. So okay, so I'll take the first one, that is 2 4 2 minus 3 4, and this is 1. Okay, and just now we have assumed this x as AB, and what we get here is 7 and 6. Okay, so now you multiply. So multiplication goes in this way, this, and come like this. So you have 2 into A, 2 into A, and then 1 into B, 1 into B, and again downside you have minus 3 into A, then 4 into B. Got this after multiplication. This is equal to 7 and 6. So you have 2A plus B and minus 3A plus 4B. This is equal to 7 6. So you have two equations now from these matrices. You get two equations, that is 2A plus B equal to 7, and minus 3a plus 4b equal to 6. So we can solve this by elimination method. So you multiply something to make the b coefficient same. Here it is 4, but here nothing is there. So you multiply 4. And here you keep the same. So this becomes 8a 4b equal to 28. And similarly here it is minus 3a 4b and 6. So change the side. Then you see this is cancelling, and here you get 11a and here you get 22. So finally a is equal to 2, and if you can substitute this a to any one of the equation, you get b as well. Okay, so in matrices this question is an important one. First you need to find the order, then you need to find that particular X matrix. Okay, yes. So next I'll take straight line. So again it is a simple chapter, okay, that you need to really learn, because it's even there in class 11, whether you take commerce, whether you take science. So if you take maths, then this particular chapter is already there. Okay, so here again a lot of questions are there. I cannot discuss all of them, but still at least one or two I can say that one question usually comes that when you have two equations parallel and when you have two equations perpendicular, and two equations are also given to you, but they have some unknown a, b or c written in them. So we need to find that a, b, c. So if I take one question, that is 3x minus 5y equal to 7, this is one straight line, and you have one more straight line, that is this equal to 9. Okay, this is equal to okay, this is equal to 0. So 9 is there in the left part. Okay, so we have two equations with us, this and this. So they are saying that these lines are perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular to each other. Okay, perpendicular to each other. So one is m1 and other is m2. So whenever two lines are perpendicular, we say that slopes, that is m1 and m2, their slopes are, means product of the slopes are minus 1. And whenever two lines are parallel, then their slopes are simply equal. Okay, slopes are equal, and whenever they are uh, perpendicular, then their product is minus 1. Okay, so we have these two equations, but we don't know slopes. Okay, this chapter is straight line, so we don't know slopes. So then how to find this slope? So we have a special equation, that is y equal to mx plus c. We call it as slope intercept form. So this is one of the important equation that we have in this chapter, slope intercept form. Okay, so this slope intercept form actually helps us to find the slope of particular equation. So we have 3x minus 5y equal to 7. So you need to convert as this. Okay, this form you need to bring. So do one thing, bring 7 to the left side and take this minus 5 to outside, that is right hand side. So you have this. Now you cross this 5, so you have 3 by 5 x minus 7 equal to y. You see, 7 by 5 also. Hmm? So what you have done is you took 5y outside, because y is of negative sign. So to make it positive, I have taken this out, and then only y is required. There is nothing with y. Okay, there is only y here in intercept form. So y should be alone. So that's the reason I have crossed this 5 also to the left, that is to the denominators. So now you can see that y is equal to 3 by 5 x minus 7 by 5. So this is slope. As you compare with slope intercept form, you get m1. And this same manner, if you take the second equation, that is this one, so you need to find the slope again from here. So here the y part is already positive, so let it be here. You take the rest 2 outside, you get minus 4x minus 9. Then you cross this a, so you get minus 4x by a, 9 by a. So again, if you see, this is the slope because we have comparison y equal to mx plus c. So with x, whatever is there, that is m. So here the m is what? M is m2 is minus 4 by 8. So as the question says that the lines are what? Perpendicular. Since lines are perpendicular, lines are, I'll write in short, perpendicular. So we can take the product as minus 1. So that is 3 by 5 into 4 by a, and that is minus 4 by a. And from here you need to find a. So simply you can cross this a to the right side. Okay. So and even you can cancel this minus signs on both ends. So you get 12 by 5, and I'm crossing this a outside. So you have a. So see, we got the value of a. So this is a simple question which usually comes, and even in the model paper, it's there. Okay, when two lines are perpendicular or when two lines are parallel, so you have to find some unknown symbol or unknown letter in them. Okay, so this is one important question. So there are a lot of important questions in this chapter. So So as the pre-board finish, I'll upload the entire chapter. Okay. So till then, you should have to go through whatever I'm teaching now. And one more request to all the students that it's now closely 800 subscribers. So if I reach 1000 before your boards, then I'll be eligible for the live streaming. So that is the best option for you all, that if I do live streaming every night, then you can learn something. So for this, I need your support, because if I don't reach 1000, then I cannot achieve that live streaming option. So I have to record and upload. So it takes a lot of time uh, to record and upload. So if I have an option like live streaming, then I can directly come anytime, like afternoon, evening, whenever I get free time, I can come, so that you can get uh, to learn some mathematics. Okay, so please support the channel. At least you make it 1000. Okay, so I'm waiting to reach 1000 subscribers. I know that very soon I'm going to reach it. So, but still, if you uh, share it, if you subscribe it, then I'll reach it very soon, and then I can teach this subject, and also the other subjects like physics and chemistry. I'll discuss. Okay. So next, there are a few questions from uh, mensuration. That is, two question will usually, you can see that two question usually comes in uh, the question paper. One is the recasting kind of question. Means like you have some cones, small cones, you have melted it and you made it a big cone. Okay, or else you have some one big cone and then you melt and make it some small spears out of it. So in this case, what is remain fixed is the volume doesn't change. So everything is related to volume. Okay, so I'll do one sum here to explain this question. So so we have a question that, wait, let me write it. So a solid sphere of radius 15 centimeter is melted and recast into solid right circular cone. Right circular cone, and cone of radius 2.5 centimeter and height 8 centimeter. So calculate the number of cones. So this recasting kind of sum usually there you can see that this comes. Okay, so it's very simple. If you know the formulas, if you know the volume formulas particularly, then you can do this sum. So what we have is one big sphere, solid sphere we have with the radius. So that is radius of solid sphere, that is 15 centimeter. So we can take out volume of that sphere, volume of sphere. If you know the formula, that is 4 by 3 pi r cube. This is the formula. Okay, and if you just put it, you don't need to evaluate anything, just write it. Okay, then what is the radius of the next shape which has been transformed? So it is a solid cone, right circular. Yes, right circular cone with radius this and height 8. So okay, so radius of cone and height of cone, height of cone. So radius is how much? Radius is 2.5, 2.5, and height is 8 centimeter, centimeter. Yes, centimeter. So next is we need to find the volume of cone. Volume of cone. So if you again know the formula, that is cone's volume is 1 by 3 pi r square h. Okay. So if you take this, and then r is 2.5 whole square and h is what? 8. So the next, how to get number of cones. So number of cones. So here the question is what? You have a big sphere, you have melted it, and you are making small cones. So the question is how many such cones you can make with this radius, this height. So if you divide their volumes, then you get the number of cones. So that is volume of sphere, solid sphere by volume of cone. So this you have to do. So we had like 4 by 3 pi, r was 15 cube, and again here for 1 by 3, 1 by 3 pi, r is 2.5, and height is what? 8. Height is what? 8. So 3 and 3 is cancelled, pi and pi is cancelled. So you have 4 into 15 into 15 into 15. See, some of you, what you do is you initially calculate the value right here, and that is the biggest mistake what you do. Mistake means in the sense you need to spend more time on this question. So we don't have that much time in exam hall. So whenever you solve this kind of sum, let the question continue, and in the end directly you can cancel, and whatever the simplified values you have, then you can multiply those. If you multiply, then again you can cancel, you want to cancel, so it will take a lot of time. Okay. Yes. So if you see that this can be cancelled, that is 4 ones are 4. Again here 2, then 2.5 you can cancel. 25, if you make it 25, you can say that 5 5s are 25 and 5 3s are again 5 0.1, again 5 3s are. Again you can cancel this 0.5, this is 3s are. So what you have is I'll write here 3 into 3 into 3 and downside is 0.1 into 0.5 into 2. Okay, so I'll remove the decimal places. So we have 1 by 10, we have 5 by 10, we have 2. So you can cancel 2 ones are 2, 2 5s are, then 5 5 is also cancelled, and this 10 will go up. Okay, this will go up because of this reciprocal, it will go up. It will go as reciprocal. So you have 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27 and into 10. So you have 270 cones. So you can make 270 such cones after melting the big spear. Okay, so don't forget to do this sum, because this recasting sum you will always notice in the question paper. Okay, just you remember the volumes formula for all the shapes: cone, cylinder, spear. Okay, all these shapes. You cannot leave any, because it's not like always a spear will be converted into cone. There may be a cylinder that is now converting into cone, or a cylinder is melted and it's converting into spear. But the concept is same. You need to divide and you can get the big part, the big shape volume will be upside, and the smaller shape in which it is recasted will be in the denominator part, and then you get the number of the small things what you have made out of it. Okay, so this is what from mensuration you have to solve at least this question. You cannot leave this because it's always there. And then one important question from probability. Probability is very important, so you cannot avoid it. So you have two means two coins tossed at a time. This question is very important. Okay, you cannot leave this question. So if you toss two coins at a time, you have head head, you have tail tail, you have head tail, you have tail head. Okay, you have certain questions connected to this. Maybe one tail. Then again, the question is two tail. Then third question is at most one tail, and the last one is at least one tail. Okay, this tail can be changed into head. There is no issue. Both the answers will be same. So I'm just writing it as tail. Okay. So first of all, what is the formula of probability? Probability of an event is equal to favorable outcomes favorable outcomes by total outcomes. Okay, so if the first question is probability of getting one tail, this is what the first question is. So see, when you toss a coin, you get all these pairs. Okay, one tail you're getting in this and this, isn't it? One tail. Here you have two tails, here you have no tail. So the answer means the favorable cases to us are these two. So hence I'll write uh, 2 in the favorable part, and the denominator part I'll write 4, because we have 4 total outcomes. So the answer is 1 by 2. Okay, it's very simple, but you cannot write it directly like this. So first you write how many favorable cases are there. Okay, favorable outcomes, that is uh, one tail, you have head tail, tail head, the two cases we have. And total outcomes, you can write it, total outcomes is equal to head head, comma tail tail, comma head tail, and comma tail head. So these are the total outcomes. So now you can say that probability of one tail is equal to 2 by 4, and that is 1 by 2 after cancelling. So in this way you have to write, you cannot write it directly 1 by 2 even if you know the answer. You cannot write it. If you're writing, then you won't get the full marks. Okay. As per boards, you need to mention what is the favorable outcomes, what is the total outcomes, then you can go to your answer part. It's very simple, we know the answer, but still we cannot write. You need to express whatever the question is asking. Okay. Then two tail, we have only one, that is TT. Okay. You can see that TT. Okay. So for two tails, the answer is 1 by 4. Okay. And then uh, at most one tail. Okay. At most one tail मतलब ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा एक ही होना चाहिए. Okay. Not more than one. Okay. Max to max you should have only one. You cannot have more than one. So if you search for such cases, maximum one tail, that means you have this one. Let me change the color. So you have this one tail, this one tail, and this one no tail. See, whenever they are asking at most, मतलब maximum हो तो एक हो, अगर ना हो तो भी चलेगा. ठीक है? If you don't have, then also okay. But if you have, then you should have only one. That means for at most case, the answer is three cases which are favorable. So 3 by 4. Similarly, if you take a look for this, at least one tail, then also you see that one tail is here, at least, here is at least, and maximum two tails. So see, at least का मतलब हो जा रहा है कि कम से कम से कम वन. ओके. एट मोस्ट मतलब ज्यादा से ज्यादा एक. एंड एट लीस्ट मतलब if you have, then you should have at least one. You cannot say I don't have. Okay. You cannot say I don't have. In that case, the head question, head thing, this is removed. Okay. This is not favorable for us, but rest three is favorable because we should have at least one. कम से कम एक. दो होने से भी कोई टेंशन नहीं है, बट होगा तो एक होना ही चाहिए. So for that, the answer is 3 by 4. Okay. So still till here we have covered three chapters. Three. I think the first one which I have taken is mm, ratio proportion. Okay. Then I took quadratic. Then I took uh, matrices. Then I took uh, mensuration. Then I, I have took probability. And in the morning I have uploaded one trigonometry. That video you should watch because there are few proofs which are very important that I have discussed. Okay. So I have discussed till now I have discussed 6 chapters. So I'll discuss one or two more. Then I'll stop this video because uh, if I continue, then it will be a never ending. So for this, uh, means For this, I need 1,000 subscribers so that I can slowly teach you, because we have 2 months now. So if we do live sessions for every night, then most of you will get very good marks. Okay, so I think some of you were not good enough till now because you got less marks, but there is no means late till now. Still, you have 2 months time. You have enough of time. You can spend a lot of hours in learning maths. Okay, then you will get good marks. There is a very simple way of study. Okay, there is very simple way of noticing. Means you should notice some pattern of questions, go through the 10 years, then it will be quite easy to get good marks. The thing is, you don't have idea about the question paper, how it comes. So you should notice the model paper, the sample paper that is announced, that is released by the ICSE. So go through that. It will help you. Okay. So one last question that I'll discuss, that is statistics, which is missing frequency. Okay. That I will discuss and then I'll stop. Okay. So again, statistics have a lot of questions, but some other day I'll do more and more sums. But today, because of the shortage of time, I'll pick few important. So all these which I have discussed till now are very important. Go through all of them. Okay, you'll get some idea. If the question paper has some different means numericals, even you can solve by uh, this methods what I'm teaching. Okay, so missing frequency is the next one. So we have a table where we have interval, that is 0 to 20, 20 to 40, 40 to 60, 60 to 70, sorry, 60 to 80, and 80 to 100. And then you have frequency. Frequency is 6, then F, then 8, then 12, and then 8. Okay. So the first thing uh, in the question, it is given that the mean is 50, and then find F, that is the missing frequency. So first thing you need to find is X. Okay, X. And how to get this X? If you know the class intervals, then it's very easy. So the class interval is with us. So add both of them. That is 0 plus 20, that is 20. By 2 you will do. By 2. That means 10. Again, 20 plus 40, that is 60. 60 by 2, that is 30. And then 40 and 20, sorry, 60. If you add 100, you get. Then 100 by 2, you get 50. Okay, similarly, you get 70, you get 90 when you add them and divide by 2. So what is with us? X is with us. Okay. So there are various methods of solving. Sometimes you can use step deviation, sometimes you can use shortcut. Okay. So, I'll take the simple method here because of these zeros. So there is no hampering, means there is no tough calculation. So I'll take the simple method, direct method, that is fx. So if the numericals are very different, like in this place it's written 12 and here 36, then again 52, again 77 or something. So I would have went to some other method. But since it is 10, 30, 50, 70, 90, we can do it in direct method. Okay. So what you have to do is you need to multiply 6 times the 60, then f into 30 is 30f, and then 8 into 50, that is 400, and then 12 into 7, 70, that is uh, you have 84, that is 800. Okay,